When the clock hits 4:30 on a Friday, you know that the kids take over the television screens across the country. As we inform the kids of the nation about news from our shores right across the globe. Igama lami ngumhlonto Buhle Geleba inzwakazi yaseMampondo Miseni, and I'm with the one and only Venda Prince on the show today, Thambelo.
That's right. Thank you very much, Buhle. And yes, of course, you are watching Kids Newsroom, the biggest children's show right here in Mzansi, and of course, all across the globe, and of course, abroad, the Mzansi shows. Batukuvahashu, Nedzi, Nalanganita, Bilo, aka your Venda James Bond. Now you know there is no better way to start off the first Friday of 2024 than with Kids Newsroom. And as I had mentioned last week, that this time next week will be the 5th day of a 366-page book. Now without any further ado, let's dive into our headlines.
Since we are still in the festive mood, nothing beats good food. 10-year-old Oratile unpacks that for us with his mouth-watering dish.
Are you a fan of magic? If you answered yes, then you are in for a treat today, as a self-taught magician will be joining us later on in the show.
We'll be closing off today's show. Naboma Jaivane from the East Rand Dancing Group. These and many more stories coming up in the bulletin.
Let's take a look at what's making headlines in our very own country. In our national news this week, 411 babies have been born at the state hospitals countrywide in the first 11 hours of 2024. Health Minister Dr. Joe Pahla announced that Gauteng has the most births, followed by KwaZulu-Natal and Eastern Cape. 8 teenagers are amongst the mothers who have delivered New Year babies in Limpopo. Government officials also have emphasized the need for teenagers to make use of contraceptives and other services provided by the government to prevent teenage pregnancy. In the Eastern Cape, the high rate of youth dying in the taverns is in the spotlight. Ibuyambo Kubantwana Bethu Foundation hosted sports awards last month in Sonwabile Community Hall in the Eastern Cape. The foundation's aim is to engage youth in sports and other activities, as well as to motivate children in their communities to stay away from drugs and alcohol. Through sports development, they hope youth gatherings in taverns will be eliminated, as the youth will be committed to build campaigns and sports activities rather. In Mpumalanga, 2 Zimbabwean nationals were arrested on New Year's Day. The suspects were allegedly luring community members, pretending to be caregivers and abducting children from their parents in the area. Mpumalanga police are calling members of the public to assist them in locating families who might have lost their children to contact the Griel police station. With close off in KwaZulu-Natal, fears and mounting in KwaZulu-Natal as thunderstorms and further rain is expected. Search and rescue operations are still underway to locate at least 5 missing people who were swept away in flash floods. A number of buildings, roads and bridges have been damaged following inclement weather across the province. The KwaZulu-Natal authorities are worried about the further inclement weather predicted for the province. They urge children to avoid playing on the riverbanks during flooding.
And now let's cross our borders and take a look what's happening around the world.
In news around the world, we begin in Gaza. As the entire world ushers in a new dawn with 2024, it continues to not be all rosy in the war-stricken country. This as Palestinian militants in Gaza fired rockets into central Israel just as the clock hit midnight and we crossed over. Meanwhile, children placed in Rafah tent camps wish for ceasefire amongst other things when asked about their resolutions for the new year. A determination to reach a truce is still unknown. Off to the United Kingdom, there's a new Children's Day surgery in town. The Princess of Wales, Princess Kate, recently cut a pink ribbon and officiated the opening of the Evelina London Children's Day Surgery Unit in London. Accompanied by hospital authorities, Princess Kate can be seen greeting staff and spending time talking to child patients and their families. The hospital is set to accommodate and treat an additional 2,300 children per year. Jetting to Spain, ever thought of your favorite superhero visiting you? Well, a Spanish officer followed suit on a 9-year initiative he started along with the Orives Foundation. The officer can be seen dressed as Spider-Man and visits sick children at a Malaga hospital. Hanging from the windows of the hospital, Eduardo Balbao mimics the superhero's iconic web gesture while interacting with the youngest patients. And lastly, in China, the popular children's choir from the United States AGT singing show One Voice is in China. This comes ahead of the 45th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relationship between China and the US. The 6 to 18 years old members choir is already making waves in China and is set to tour.
Batuku bahashu ardo gidi mareo bonore nazi poka zuko dimvo masahani.
In our animal world this week, we start off in the Middle East. Amidst the war in this area, where millions of people are suffering, animals at a zoo in Gaza in the city of Rafah are dying of hunger. About 2 months into the war that devastated and destroyed much of the homes where the Palestinians were living. The citizens are pleading with the world to sympathize with animals and people alike, including international organizations, to secure food for animals so that they too can survive. Off to South America, where 3 southern sea lions were seen out of the sea and about the town of Valparaiso in Chile during the fishermen's protest. These sea lions were joined by a flock of seagulls all around the vehicles and the roads. Fishermen closed to the streets and protested the ban of hake fishing and demanded compensation for the ban. We hope the government and fishermen reach an agreement. We now jet off to Europe. In Spain, dog owners came out in their numbers with their fluffy pets as they took to the streets of the capital, Madrid. Animal protection group El Refugio organizes a yearly festive dog version of the traditional year-end San Silvestre race against animal abuse and abandonment. They advocate for adopting pets instead of buying them. We hope all animals and their human friends enjoyed. And finally, back to Chile. The festive season is a season of giving and also a very special time which we also want to share with our animals because they are part of our everyday lives. Presents were given to the big and small, rhinos and leopards at the Bian Zoo in Chile. These animals got a chance to open their presents either wrapped in boxes or given as part of the Christmas adornment. And that is how we wrap up our Animal Kingdom stories for this week.
In tragic news, multi-talented theatre producer Mbongeni Ngema passed on last week. While most of us were not born when he produced most of his work, but I am certain we've all heard of Sarafina, which plays a huge part of our history in South Africa. Dr. Ngema worked hard to unearth up-and-coming talented actors from the underprivileged areas, especially in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. As the KNR team, we'd like to say condolences to his family and all the talented kids he worked with.
Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure you guys all know this song. Well, this popular song called Freedom is Coming Tomorrow was written by Mbongeni Ngema, who was born on the 10th of May 1955. You see, Mbongeni was a South African playwright, a composer, and a theatre producer best known for co-writing the 1981 play called Woza Albert. He was best known for plays that reflected the spirit of black people under apartheid and won much praise for his work. Unfortunately, Mbongeni Ngema passed on in a car accident that occurred on the 27th of December 2023. Sithi ulale kahle mnumzane Ngema, siyalibonga iqhaza lakho olibambile emidlalweni yezeshashalazi kuleli lengabadi.
let's quickly go to an ad break. Ungayinda umbukeli, siyabuya ngoku.
Welcome back. This is Kids Newsroom on all the SABC news platforms for television. Ever heard of the phrase dynamites come in small packages? Well, 10-year-old Oratile Lidwawa is the perfect definition of that. He has managed to be a professional chef in a space of 6 years, having started when he was just 4 years old.
Now, the international ambassador has mastered knife skills, made various meals, and has even a physical studio right here in Johannesburg where he hones his skills, right? He joins us today to talk about his craft and share his meal with us. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good, good. Now, Oratile, tell us about yourself. Where are you from and when did you start cooking?
I'm from Limpopo. My name is Oratile Lidwaba. I'm 10 years old. I started cooking when I was 4 years old. And that's it.
So, since you started cooking when you were 4 years old, tell us how the journey has been. What have you learned since you were 4?
The journey has been very good. I used to be impatient while cooking to chicken. And that's when I realized when someone can get a bacteria called salmonella and they can get very sick.
All right.
Now, Ura, what type of chef are you? Can you just explain that to us? What type of chef are you? Or is there certain foods that you can cook, or you can cook everything? But if you can, I salute you.
I can cook everything. I just don't like baking. I can also cook traditional.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. Now, as we wrap up the festive season, you know, we were bombing the crickets and all. Which food can you advise us children to eat just as we wrap up the festive? Because I know that I'm going to be blowing the cupboard full of sweets. But which foods can you advise us to eat?
Vegetables.
Veggies?
Yes, as long as it has with good food.
All right. Now, we've spoken a bit about the festive season. Please take us through what you have prepared for KNR today.
Mashed potatoes and lamb shack.
All right. So please take us through each dish. What goes into the preparation of the mashed potato? What goes into the preparation of the lamb shank?
The lamb shack you put in the oven to brown a little, and then you take it out, and then I cut some onions I put inside, and then I put it back in the oven so it can cook, and then I took it out.
All right. And then with your mashed potato, do you have a secret recipe? Tell us how you get to the mashed potato.
Face. It's funny. The face. It's funny. I boiled potatoes, and then I peeled it after boiling them, and then I got milk, I put butter, and then I started mashing it while I was boiling, and then I also put vegetable spice.
All right. And then do you cut yourself? How sharp are your knives? Because I know that I'm very scared of chopping onions. And how do you heal from that? Do you have secret ways of cutting? Tell us.
You can't hold a knife with your hands like under it or onto your hand on the blade, because you can also scrape your skin off on the top of the blade.
Sure.
Now,
sure.
Do you see yourself in the future cooking? Do you see yourself cooking in the future? I'm sure I'll be bringing my family to you because, yay! And of course, we are all inspired by a few people. Now, with your culinary skills, which chef inspires you?
The funny chef.
The funny chef, is it?
Yes.
The one that cooks laughing?
Yes.
You guys know, growing up with my grandmother, they always wanted me to be beside them while cooking. And I must say, it was an absolute joy. So thank you so much for your time, Ura.
Yes.
I'm sure you have inspired many, many children who want to follow the path of culinary. I hope you guys wrote that down, roomies, because I sure didn't. You guys saw. Now my mouth is watery. I want to eat. So please write it down. And then we will be right back after this. So let me eat.
Let's dig in, everybody.
welcome back. You are still watching Kids Newsroom on SABC2, SABC Plus, and of course SABC Lehaye. We ask you guys at home to send us your comments on social media about how your new year has been, as well as how your dreams have been put and your goals for the golden year. But if you did not have the chance to do so, so pick up that telephone and ring us on the number down below. And if you didn't get the chance to do that, also ring us on the socials as well. Now, Eliza Maseti says, I want to start the year 2024 with a heart of a dreamer. I want to be winning more international pageant competitions. Now, Una, the kids book reviewer, says, my goal for 2024 is to publish my first children's book.
Yay.
Litabo Magaringa says, my dream is to become a top learner at my new high school. My goal is to have trophies and certificates, and I am sure that I will achieve these goals. Big ups to the freshmen.
That is right.
That is amazing. Now, Okunati Mchizana says, my goals for 2024 are academic excellence in grade 7, growth in my modeling career. I would also like to sign a contract to become a brand ambassador, and it will surely happen.
That is right.
Now, Mpumi Koza, for the last time, I'd like to become a TV presenter. I enjoy speaking and expressing myself on everything that revolves around South African kids.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Tamiro. I just want to bring in a caller. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, good. Happy New Year to you. Who are we speaking to and where are you calling us from?
This is Ale. I'm calling from Alexandra.
Hello, Alexi. Please tell us, what is your New Year's resolution or your goals into 2024?
My goal is to eat healthier
Yes.
and study more, build better relationships with people.
All right. Thank you so much for calling into KNR. Did you hear that, Tabero? Eating healthy, you know, vegetables, Tabero,
They
please.
want me to lose by Mukaba.
And now, before we close it off, we've got one more thing in the box for you. Tell me, when was the last time you witnessed a magician perform?
I think my graduation.
Ooh, but guess what? You, and even if you don't believe all of this is true or something is mysterious, let it be explained. We've got a magician with us in studio today. Hello.
Hello everyone.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Now, just before we get deep into our magistry, can you just tell us more about who you are and where you're from?
To start off, I would like to say I am from Lesotho, because a lot of people, they think that I'm from Limpopo just because I'm using the same name, Yabatho ba Limpopo. Yeah. So yeah, I get Lesotho, ke tswa Lesotho le Ribe, and yeah, ke tsona ntho tse nka di buang ka nna fela, like.
All right. Now tell us, when did your passion for magic start?
This thing, to be honest, like, e kadile khale ne. But ke ile ka etsa serious ka 2020 ka nako ya corona, because I was bored. Then I decided, okay, nka etsang ke borile, so I was like, okay, let me try this. Then I said, okay, let me do magic, because I even saw like this guy performing amazing magic tricks on TV. I was like, okay, I want to be like that guy because he was amazing. So
we want to see that magic right now.
Yeah.
Please show us what you have for us today.
I'm going to show you some miracles.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Don't make us disappear.
Well,
Okay.
I can't promise you anything. But, okay, so I'm gonna perform something. So what a lot of magicians do,
Okay. Yeah.
they will come to you and say, okay, over here I have a pack of cards, as you can see.
Sure, we can face
Okay,
this way.
yeah.
Yes.
They will show you they have a pack of cards over here.
Yes.
And a normal magician will come to you and say, pick any card that you like at random. But I'm not a very normal magician. I won't do that. So I'm going to give you a free selection, a free choice.
Okay.
So can you all see the cards?
Yes.
Like you can see them like very properly. no?
Yes.
So I'm gonna need you to name just any card that you think it is your favorite.
Eight of spades.
8 of spades. Can you see it?
No.
Just any card that you see.
Okay, diamond, 10 of diamond.
Take it out, take it out,
Okay.
take it out, okay?
Ooh, there
Okay,
it
let
is.
me, okay. I'm gonna try something. I have a marker over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to make the 10 of diamonds very unique. I'm gonna need
Okay.
you to sign it for me.
Alrighty,
Make it
alrighty.
unique.
B.
Can you all see the signature?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
All right.
So can you all see the? Can I
Yes.
borrow your right hand?
Okay,
Yeah,
here
you can keep the marker. I'm gonna borrow your hand. I'm gonna need you to watch me.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
watching. Okay.
Watch this. All I have to do is to snap my finger. As you can see now, all the cards they're blank. All the cards they're blank, but there's only one card which is normal.
No.
Wait. Let me show you something interesting. Can you all see your card?
Yes.
So I'm gonna need you to watch this. All I have to do is to take it. I rub it over here. Now it is also blank. Now all the cards are blank. As you can see, they are all blank.
Oh my word!
Can you give me the marker?
Thank you so much for being with us today. We are going to catch up some more on the other side. But right now, we are going to be back just now.
What a thrill has it been to be with you, roomies. Continue to interact with us on all social media platforms at Kids Newsroom. We have took a tour across Mzansi and all across the globe. It's been a ride, but now let's do the right thing and pick up those brooms and clean the streets up. I'm just really reviewing what he was doing, and I'm really surprised, guys. That's why I keep on looking here, guys. Now we have a surprise dance
we
group.
have
Can
to
you
go.
guess them? Can you guess them? Guys,
We have to go.
Right.
Let's dance.
Hey.
Happy New Year, guys.
baby!
3, 2, 1.
You know no much of what